Good morning. It's Boxing Day. um, Christmas. I hope you had a good day yesterday. We had a very nice day, Terry and I. Went visiting to a friend's house. Today we're just going to look at Isaiah chapter 12. We've looked over several days at Isaiah chapter 11, where the promise is about the shoot that would come from the stump of Jesse, the promised Messiah, and the Spirit being upon him, and then the vision of the future when animals will not kill each other anymore for food, and God's knowledge of God will fill the earth. And then it goes on to describe the restoration by under the Messiah's rule. And it's one of those places where I know the chapter headings and the verse divisions are very helpful for us to find things in the Bible, but they do split up the thoughts sometimes. And chapter 12, which is a beautiful celebration, in a cry out in thanksgiving for what God has done, really follows on and is almost part of chapter 11. If you get the chance to read Isaiah chapter 12 today, that would be great. It is a celebration because the Messiah has come, because everything has been fulfilled, because finally the truth about God has been revealed to the entire world, and the whole world has been subjugated to the Messiah. This is the vision of Isaiah. And he says in chapter 12, "You will say in that day, I will give thanks to thee, O Lord, for thou wast angry with me, thy anger turned away, thou didst comfort me. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and will not be afraid. For the Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation." We can celebrate today like that because we have thought yesterday about the coming of the Messiah, his first coming as a small baby, the amazement of everyone as he arrived, the angelic interventions, all these wonderful things that we have thought about over the Christmas season. And I hope you can say from the bottom of your heart, "Behold, God is my salvation. Behold, look, it's happened. Salvation has come. The light has come. The light has dawned in my heart. It's happened. Everything has changed. Nothing is ever going to be quite the same again, because I've been to the manger. I've seen the salvation of this earth arrive." And like Simeon, we can say, "Lord, now lettest thy servant depart in peace, for my eyes have seen thy salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people." He'd seen the baby, and he rejoiced with great joy. And we rejoice because we have realized who this baby is and what his coming signifies. And verse 3 of chapter 12 of Isaiah says, "With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation." It's a lovely thought. This is my thought for the day, really. That whatever comes, whatever you face, whatever arises unexpectedly any day of the rest of your life and mine, we can draw water from the wells of salvation. We have the right to draw water. We have been given the right to draw water from the well of salvation. That well is bottomless, but it does require for us to go to the well and to plunge our bucket into the well and draw water for ourselves. God has provided in Jesus everything that we need. And our act of faith is to go to him whenever we need refreshment. Regularly go to him. Regularly. When do we need water? We need water every day. We need water many times a day. We draw water from the wells of salvation to sustain our spiritual life, and we can do it with joy. I was thinking just then, Oh, this is a blast from the past, isn't it? Did you ever watch Lawrence of Arabia? Peter O'Toole, that magnificent film. But it showed in that film something which we often don't really realise, and that is that in some countries where wells are a lifeline, and there are very few and far between the wells, people or tribes or groups of people own wells, and you're not allowed to draw water from a well that you have no rights to. And there is a scene in Lawrence of Arabia where I think Lawrence's guide or friend draws water from a well, and Omar Sharif comes across the desert, and I think, if my memory serves me right, he actually kills the person for taking water from the well to which he had no right. But we have, because Jesus has come, and because we have acknowledged who he is, and we have said, you are Lord, thank you for coming into this world, thank you for coming for my sake. We are part of that group of people who have the right to draw water from the wells of salvation. And we come to the well with joy. To begin with, we come to the well of salvation when we are very thirsty, when we're desperate, when we need life, when we've come to an end of our own supply, and we come to God. But every day we can draw water from the wells of salvation. And you will say in that day, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the nations, proclaim that his name is exalted. Sing praises to the Lord, for he has done gloriously. Let this be known in all the earth. Shout and sing for joy, O inhabitant of Zion, for great in your midst is the Holy One of Israel. We have a reason to rejoice today and continue our merrymaking, because we have access to all the strength and enabling and joy and peace that come through knowing Jesus. What a wonderful thought. Have a look at that chapter. It's a lovely chapter, beautifully written, and it really does belong with chapter 11, when God has achieved everything he planned for. We are the ones who gain. We are the ones who benefit from all that God did and all that Jesus did. We are the beneficiaries. We are rich. With joy shall you draw water from the wells of salvation. I've got a little water. I didn't go to the well for it. But water is the stuff of life. And this is the well that Jesus has given us free access to. Let us make good use of it. Enough of me. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.